We got one that's called Sell Chapman, Green, and Britton, one called Sell Urshela, one called Sell Voigt, one called Starling Marte. You want to listen to that?
Sure.
I think Starling Marte is a player that definitely needs to be looked at for the Yankees. I mean, he's dominating right now for Miami, batting .351 with a .443 on-base percentage. He's on the last year of his contract. He's 32 years old. The Marlins are not close to the playoff race, so I think definitely Starling Marte is a guy that could be bought for pretty cheap.
And he's a guy that's been traded at the deadline before. And yeah, he's got he was making $6 million, making $12.5 million this year, free agent next year. So it's a true rental, and you're paying $6 million. But yeah, he's having a hell of a season. What's he doing defensively these days? Center field.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I
don't know if they have the money. They'd have to have the Marlins eat some and give them prospect capital in return.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a rental. Yeah, the money would be just out of range. I mean, if you do a little over half the season by the trade deadline, you're looking at $5 million. Yanks have $4 million, so the money can work itself out. So you're paying for a rental, but a good rental at a valuable position, plus eating some money. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of prospect capital there. But man, I mean, Starling Marte, he's a guy. As I look at his baseball reference, I feel bad for the cities he's played in. I mean, this guy's racked up 32 career WAR. That's that's a really good baseball career, and he's 32. And he's still doing it. He's got 2 WAR this year. So yeah, I guess throw me in the Yankees mob.
Starling Marte, first 18 days of the season, pretty good. 316 batting average, 420 on base percentage, 912 OPS. Really good numbers. He gets injured. He misses majority of May. Since coming back from injury, 368 batting average, 455 on base, 1 OPS. So there's going to be a lot of people coming for Starling Marte. The Marlins are going to be taking offers, and maybe the Yankees would have to offer. What are they interested in? Are they interested in not paying the rest of his contract and getting a couple prospects back? Or are they interested in helping the Yankees pay the contract, and then the Yankees would have to really send some big prospects back?
The baseball savant is pretty. His outs above average are 90th percentile.
He's good.
His sprint speed is 83rd, so it's
he's going to be good, and it's something the Yankees really need. Now looking at third I'm kind of hey, if we're buying, go give up some prospects and give me – it's true rental, so don't give up anyone crazy. But
I kind of just fell in love with Starling, man.
Me too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Touch hands a little bit.
And I really don't want him to trade. I like the Yankees, and I like the team. I just want him to be good. Fuck.
I mean, if you can pay a similar rental price for a guy like Starling Marte, feels impactful.
What did they trade for Kutch?
A prospect that we hadn't heard of before or since, if I remember right, but I'll find the name.
I mean, that's the last rental they went and got, right? Outfielder.
True rental position player.
They've done a lot years before that, but I think he's the most recent because they didn't make trades the last 2 years, so 2018 was the last time they made a trade at the deadline.
They traded, and it was the waiver deadline. It was an August trade. Those are dead.
They got Edwin in 2019, right? But that wasn't at the deadline.
It was in June.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, hey, it's June.
Juan DePaula.
Punch it, babe.
And Abitel Avellino.
Ooh, Mr. Avellino, Mr. Bob.
What?
Avellino.
They got nothing?
Yeah, they traded. I think Avellino has played a handful of games for the Giants, and they might have non-tendered him or traded him, whatever it was. Hasn't played in the big since 19. 4 games in 2019.
And how much was he? And he was making $11 million. How much is Starling Marte making this year?
I think it was 12.
And McCutchen in 2018 was making a 1-year $11 million deal, and now he's on the last year of a $12 million deal for Marte. So they're very similar.
I think the only slight twist would be McCutchen was coming down.
Yeah.
And Starling Marte is balling out. So
and it was a waiver trade. They waited until it was like a minute.
No
away
one else
from the
even wanted
deadline
him.
when they did
But
it. Yeah,
I think if
they're similar enough to compare.
If you can trade any prospect that you can look at face level and be like, this one's not going to haunt us, let's go. Call up Jeets, Cash. Your buddies. Call up Kim. He's friends with her.
He knows all of them.
They're all friends.
You have to give more for Marte than you did for Kutch, but not crazy amounts
Right,
more.
like if Kutch is a 5 out of 10 on the scale, Starling Marte might be a 6 or 7.